So in this training, we're going to go over the exact full flow you need to follow when you're trying, like the exact process you should follow when you're trying to book your meetings on Facebook. Okay. Now, again, Facebook is a super powerful platform for finding and connecting with potential clients in your agency. And using the framework which I discussed today, you can easily book 3 to 5 meetings a day if you're just taking action. A lot of like the biggest problem which I see with a lot of agency owners is they want a lot of strategies but never decide to take action on them. So if you do take action, this is a short way to book 3 to 5, and more than that as well. We do more than that, meetings just from Facebook itself. Now, the step one is to find 5 to 10 qualified Facebook groups with your leads, right? So the first step is to find 5 to 10 Facebook groups relevant to your target niche. These groups should be where your ideal clients are hanging out and talking about the challenges they face, right? So for example, if you're working with realtors, there's massive groups on Facebook just around real estate, realtors. So if you're reaching out to realtors in the UK, you can just type realtors UK, real estate UK, and you see a lot of groups come through. Okay. And what you want to do is find the best 5 to 10 groups. Now, what do I mean by best? These are groups essentially which are the most engaging, and you can see a lot of engagement there. People are posting regularly. Some of the groups can be paid groups as well. So if you can get paid groups from like a small cost, that's a very small investment to get access to a big source of leads for your own agency, right? Now, there are a few different ways to find qualified Facebook groups and leads inside these Facebook groups. So number one way is to just use the Facebook search bar to search for groups related to your niche. So if you're working with realtors, if you're working with, for example, e-commerce brands, you can find a lot of groups which are related to it. So like a common tool used in the e-commerce industry is Shopify, right? A lot of drop shipping stores use it as well. Now, what you can do is use Shopify as a keyword to search for groups regarding e-commerce as well, because Shopify the major audience, the target market is just e-commerce brands, e-commerce stores, right? So similarly, whatever niche you're working with, car detailers, realtors, spa owners, just name it, right? And you can probably find those groups. The second way, if you can't just straight away find those groups, is to go for like industry publications or blogs. This is a very good way to just find like places where a lot of people in the similar market are hanging out. So just search up for blogs on Google straight away, and you will find a lot of groups which you can join. And third would be just ask like your current clients, if you do have one, and any sort of like connections or recommendations which you can get about the groups. And one best way to like, this is one of the finer ways to go about it as well. The easiest ways I would say is, even if they are not your client, if you have someone in your network who is in the same niche as you, right? For example, if you're working with real estate agents and you know a realtor by any chance, just go and ask. Like being inquisitive and knowing more about their situation, like everything about their market, including their Facebook group as well, like their communities as well. So just asking straight away, hey, like where can I find a big group of real estate agents in the UK, right? And you'll get a lot of answers from that. Okay. Now, once you've found a few groups that you think are a good fit, just take some time to read through all the posts and the comments. Okay. This will give you like a good sense of the group's culture and the type of people who are active here. So you'll know like, is the engagement high? Is it like a very spammy group? Sometimes you will end up with like in specific niches. I have personally been in the situations where I found groups where just people are just selling and doing like selling posts, and there are no likes on these posts. These are completely spammy groups. And those are the ones which we want to avoid. So if you get a list of like 20 groups, go and like cut through them, find through them, and just find those top like 5 to 7 to 10 groups which you think are actually active and join them. Okay. Second step, once you're in, is to identify potential prospects. So once you've identified a few qualified Facebook groups, it's time to start identifying potential prospects. Now, there are a few different ways to go about it. So number one is to just look for people who are asking questions about the challenges like they face. These people are actively looking for solutions, making them the ideal prospects for your agency. So straight away, people who are in trouble, people who need answers are are the best source, and these are the best source to get your potential customers from as well, because these are people who are actively looking for a solution but probably not getting any, and that's why they're posting it in the Facebook group in the first place. Okay. Then second would be to just look for people who are sharing content that is relevant to your niche. These are people who are already interested in the topics that are passionate about, which means like they're more likely to be interested in your services as well. So anyone who is actively sharing, who's just passionate, who's being very transparent with what they are doing inside the business as well, these can be people who can be a good fit to be your clients as well. Okay. Then you can also look for people who engage with your own content. So if you can get in a few groups, I would never tell you to do call to action posts in these groups, because you'll be removed by the admin, right? We are not there to promote ourselves and market ourselves publicly in the group. That's not the way to go about it, and that's a short way to just be kicked out of the group, right? So what you need to do and what you can do is just post a lot of value content and add a lot of value to these groups. So the two ways you can do that is by posting like value content, or like client case studies, or the second way is to just comment on a lot of posts and add value. So if someone is asking a question, you can reply to their comment, hey, this is how I would do it, or hey, like this is the process we follow with our own clients or inside my agency, right? And just add value without asking anything in return. That's super important, that you do not ask for anything in return publicly in the group, because like people can catch that from a mile away, and we don't want to do that, right? And like from a general standpoint as well, we want to just provide value upfront, so that a lot of like potential customers feel indebted to return back to you once you have provided enough value to them. Okay. And last but not the least, just look for people in the members list. So if you go into a Facebook group, you'll see the members section. Just tap on the members section and go with the members with things in common as the first source. And then once you're done with that, you can just add people from that group. Now, in terms of adding people, we're restricted to 30 per day, especially if you're just starting out. Okay. Because if Facebook's algorithm notices you doing anything more than that, they probably will consider you as a bot and can shadow ban you. And that's not something which we want. Like it's better to not do something at a good scale than to be completely shut off by Facebook, right? So once you've identified the prospect, it's time to start sending friend requests. I recommend sending 30 friend requests every single day, and this will just help you grow your audience like gradually, slowly and gradually. And do not send 30 at one go. I would recommend you to split it out between like 3 sections of the day. So 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, and 10 in the evening. So you're adding people from there as well, just from the members list, as well as people from the people who are sending you inbound requests as well, just because they like the content or the value you provided in that group, right? So this will constitute your two sources of leads. So inbound as well as you just outbound sending a friend request to them. Next step is your messenger. This is where the action takes place. This is where we will actually convert them to book in a call with you, right? So once you've connected with potential prospects on Facebook, it's time to start conversations. The goal of this conversation is to book a call with the prospects so that you can learn more about their needs and show how you can help them as well. Okay, so here is a proven structure I like to follow. Number one, just having a genuine opening. Okay, so start off the conversation. This is like the exact structure I use with my messages, not even just on Facebook, on like LinkedIn as well. And you can apply this on Instagram as well, right? All the messaging platforms, we follow a general structure. We don't want to be the spammy agencies who just send a message, hey, like, are you looking for like 10 to 20 more appointments for like your spa business, right? Nobody's going to respond to that, because these businesses get a lot of these messages, just copy paste messages sent to like mass messages, I would say, right? And I would personally not recommend you to be a part of this specific category. Okay. Then once you have done a genuine opening with them, so genuine opening, hey, like, are you in this course as well? I saw you post about XYZ. I'm doing this as well. Just when we approach prospects, we want to approach them as friends. Okay, that's a very good way to, we are not trying to be super formal, neither super informal. just be very friendly with your approach, and even with in the entire conversation cycle, as well as I would say on your sales call as well. The goal is never to sell these people. The goal is to help them identify like their problem which they're facing to reach their desired situation. So if you're working with a real estate agent, what's the desired result they're looking for, and why are they not able to achieve it? So the goal is to identify that, and then show your solutions as the answer to it. Okay, show your solutions and actually assist them in taking action and helping them achieve their goals, right? So never think of sales as something very super sleazy, neither on like messenger, neither on the sales calls as well. We're genuinely here to like just help people and be a helping hand, right? So after the general opening, this is where we do the current situation discovery. So ask the prospects to tell you about their current situation. What are the challenges they are facing? Like what are their goals? What are they currently doing? For example, if you run a marketing agency, then just asking what are they doing, like trying to get in depth about what are they currently doing as per like speaking of like marketing for their own business. How like what is the main source of customer acquisition for them? What are they taking action on, etc. Right? So this is your current situation discovery. This is part A. Now we want to know the part B, their desired situation. So if they are here, they obviously want to be somewhere here with their goals, and this is the entire journey between that. Okay, so if they are here, we want to know what their desired as well is. So if you currently now are aware about the current situation, you know, like as a brief, where they are at, even in terms of like revenue numbers. If you can, I wouldn't suggest asking that as like a first question, because that would be just too like straightforward. Just slowly move the conversation into asking about what they're doing, building a genuine connection, right? And then lead towards desired situation discovery. So like what would be the prospect's ideal situation look like? What would they like to achieve? What is their personal goal with what they are doing, right? If you're speaking about something in depth, so like if someone, like if you run like an agency who does content marketing, then like what are they trying to achieve with their audience? How are they trying to grow your target market, etc. So just understanding their desired goals as well. Where do they want to see themselves in like next 6 months to 12 months and even beyond that, right? What's the end goal they're working towards as well? Then once you're done with this, that's when you go into the problem solution discovery. Okay, so now you know their current situation, now you know their desired situation. They are not able to achieve their desired situation because they have a problem right here. And this is where we straight away go and ask about their problems. So like, hey, like let's say I'm speaking to John. Hey John, like what are the problems, like what do you feel is stopping you from hitting this, right? What is stopping you from not going heavy on content, as you told me that you're trying to hit XYZ numbers with your Instagram, right? So just straight away asking and trying to identify what the core issue is. What do they feel the core issue is? Sometimes it could be time related as well, right? Hey, I don't have time to do XYZ, and I'm not that expert at running ads myself. So this is where I'm struggling. I'm trying to manage time in different aspects of the business, but I also need to do marketing. Boom, you found a genuine problem they're facing, and now you can go into the solution phase, right? So if John mentioned that he does not have time, right? He's trying to handle a lot of things in his hand, and he just has two hands, and he's not that great at running like ads himself. That's why you position yourself and your solution as the answer, right, to achieving the desired situation. Hey, like just like in your, like we're not straight away giving the answer right away, because that's something which we do on the sales call. But just to give you a hint, how we are going to phrase this is like, we as an agency, we have the expertise, you just need to outsource it to us, right? And so that you as a business owner can focus on the core aspects of the business, for example product development, sales, customer delivery, etc. Right? That's an angle you can take as like a solution discovery. Okay, but yeah, once you've discovered this, that's when you do the main value offering. So this is where you share your value offering with the prospect. So you either give them like a value video. Now, if you are a beginner who's just starting out and you don't know what you can show your prospect because you don't have case studies, these are three best ways to go about it. If you do not have case studies and you still want to sign a client, just gain a lot of knowledge about your industry. Okay, understand the systems to scale businesses in your target market, and create value videos around those pillars. So if, for example, if you're working with an industry and a niche, right, and sales is a very core aspect of it, you can actually create value video on sales. So if, like, in a specific industry, like, people need to hire sales team and manage sales teams, you can actually create a video on, hey, this is how, like, we manage sales teams inside our own agency. This is how we handle, like, recruitment. For example, if you're running like a recruitment agency, then you show the process. Even if you do not have a client to show and back it, right? You just being very honest and truthful and giving away value is what brings them in. It is what hooks them in to become a potential customer of yours, right? And for them to consider your services. So you can give value video. You can also do value text, right? So just giving answer over text, or a video sales letter, a proper video going over their, like, current desired, the problem, and how your solutions, how your services are a solution to their problem, and then pitching them at the end of it. Hey, like, I would love to book in a call with you, XYZ, right? So these are 3 ways to go about it. If you have any questions, by the way, just feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be checking the comments after doing this presentation as well. So I'll keep a check on that as well. Okay. But yeah, then once you're done with the value offering, that's when you propose the call. So once you've shared your value offering, you propose the call. So instead of proposing for a big call, like 45 to 50 minutes, we want, like, we can only get a very small commitment from prospects who do not know us, right? So go for the small commitments. So ask for, instead of asking for a 40-minute call, ask for a 15 to 20-minute, right? Small commitment, okay? Because you provided value upfront, that's an exchange of value you can make. So, like, I gave them a value video, right? A video sales letter, and in return, I can ask for like 15 to 20 minutes of their time. But I cannot just go ahead and straight away ask for like an hour of their time to go over an in-depth sales call. No, right? Because I've just not warmed them enough, right? So like, we propose a 15 to 20-minute call where the prospect learns more about your solutions, and especially how it can help them and how you can do it for them as well, right? So, like, hey, this is our services, this is the breakdown, this is the mechanism we use to deliver results to people like you, John, and this is how we can do it for you as well. Now, just remember to be patient, persistent, and genuine, and you'll be on your way to success. Okay, this is the last thing which I want to mention. Like, if the only thing which decides you being successful or not being successful with your efforts in Messenger or just outreach is you being patient, persistent, and genuine with your approach. Okay, so yeah, that's basically all you need to book 3 to 5 meetings a day, just straight off the bat with your Facebook outreach for your own agency. 2 additional points which I would like to say is just use a CRM to track your outreach progress. So we have one, for example, like Chat Silo. You can use Messenger Organizer. There's a bunch of CRMs specifically for Messenger. And if you're doing the same thing, same efforts on LinkedIn or on Instagram, you'll find specific CRMs for that as well. Just one search away, right? And then, like, the reason we want a proper CRM is because you'll reach a point where you're having so many conversations with so many leads, and you need to know at what point of the customer cycle is this lead at. Is he in the cold phase? Is he in the warm phase? Is he in the hot phase? Right? We need to know what phase is this specific prospect in. And second, just get involved in the Facebook groups that you're targeting, participate in the discussions, answer questions, and just share valuable content. Like, this is what will make you like a niche authority in that specific group, in that specific community, and you will be on your way. Like, once you've done this enough times, right, and you do it consistently, you will slowly become a niche authority, and you'll get a lot of inbound leads coming in. And these are people who are already pre-sold on what you do, your services, your methods, and are just ready to, like, you'll get a lot of customers who are just like sitting with their credit cards just to pay you and get started. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope this entire live stream, entire live training was beneficial for you. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments.